warm welcome to South Asia Today, where we bring you in-depth insights into the key events shaping South Asia. I am Shivangi Mishra and here are today's top stories. India's automotive industry, a hub for innovation and sustainability. Students in POGB demand action over poor exam results and lack of 4G connectivity. And Tokyo strengthens global startup network with Sushi Tech 2025. India is emerging as a global automotive powerhouse with immense opportunities for growth and innovation. The country is set to become the third largest car market in the world, driven by a rising middle class and increasing car ownership. And to get a glimpse of this transformative journey, we head to the 2025 Global Mobility Expo, where industry leaders showcased how India's innovation and vision are shaping the future of a sustainable mobility.
India, a land of opportunity and innovation, is rapidly emerging as a global automotive leader. With a growing population, expanding middle class and rising mobility demands, the country is undergoing an unprecedented transformation. From electric vehicles to advanced fuel technologies, India is at the forefront of mobility future, stepping its way towards Viksit Bharat or Developed India by 2047.
Well, if you look at the India market overall today, we are sitting at about 4.3 million units just for passenger vehicles. When you add that from a perspective to two-wheelers, three-wheelers, commercial vehicles and more, there's a huge market potential in India. Plus you add to that the rising middle class that we have in the country, and of course the overall increase in our per capita density of car ownership itself. So the fact is that in a world where you are looking at one of the biggest markets, so India is going to be the third largest car market in the world. So it would make sense to make here, plan here and sell here.
At the 2025 Global Mobility Expo, industry leaders from around the world shared their vision for a sustainable automotive future in India. With a strong focus on eco-friendly solutions like CNG and hydrogen engines, India is embracing greener technologies to drive mobility forward. From reducing carbon footprints to enhancing air quality, these innovations are reshaping the automotive landscape.
About half of the total business that we do comes from sustainable fuels, whether it's electric or it is CNG. Apart from CNG three-wheelers that we do, we've got an electric portfolio under the brand name Chetak, which is our electric scooter and doing very well, amongst the top two brands in the market in terms of volume in India. And then what we have launched recently, as you can see over here, is the world's first CNG motorcycle.
From North America to Europe, Indian-made vehicles are setting new standards in quality, efficiency and sustainability. As India strengthens its position as a major global hub for automotive production, it is not only meeting domestic demand but also becoming a key player in the world market.
India is a very large market, and India has a lot of opportunities also in terms of production and technology. And right now Cummins is deliberately developing the engine technology and the storage technology here in India, with the aim, of course, to enter the Indian market, but also with the aim to export the technology outside India. And with the production portfolio India delivers, good people, let me say low-cost technology, very good availability of raw materials, we believe that India will be a great hub to deploy this technology also outside India.
With the Make in India initiative, India is becoming the go-to destination for automobile production. From electric vehicles to innovative cars, India is becoming a hub for smart vehicles.
Government has a very favorable scheme in terms of the Make in India, and primarily this Make in India drive is helping people to come and invest in India because of the potential which it has with almost 140 crore people definitely it brings in a lot of opportunity for many of the international brand to start doing the business in India. We as Honda also started from 2001 and we are very successful and very thankful in terms of the government support. So making in India for domestic consumption and now make in India for the world, both the things are also happening with this initiative from the government.
India's progress in mobility is supported by visionary government initiatives like Production-Linked Incentive Auto Scheme and FAME scheme. These initiatives are catalyzing the shift towards electric mobility. As the fourth largest automobile producer in the world, such initiatives will help India to become a powerhouse of the automobile sector.
मेक इन इंडिया अभियान को पीएलआई स्कीम से नई गति मिली है। पीएलआई स्कीम ने 2.25 लाख करोड़ रुपए से अधिक की सेल में मदद की है। इस स्कीम से ही इस सेक्टर में 1.5 लाख से ज्यादा डायरेक्ट जॉब क्रिएट हुए हैं। भारत की ऑटोमोटिव इंडस्ट्री फैंटास्टिक भी है और फ्यूचर रेडी भी है।
India's transformative journey in the automotive sector, powered by innovation, government initiatives, and global collaboration, is steering the nation towards a sustainable and future-ready mobility ecosystem.
In Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan, students are rising up in protest over dismal 5th and 8th grade exam results, highlighting a troubling crisis of the region, where many face failures while only a few succeed. Compounding these issues is the lack of 4G connectivity and persistent internet problems, which critically disrupt their learning opportunities. Without immediate action, these bright young minds risk being left behind, and their future hangs in the balance.
In Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan, students are taking to the streets in protest against the failing educational system. Students in Chilas are rallying against the disappointing results of the 5th and 8th grade exams in Gilgit-Baltistan.
जिस दौरे के बच्चों को फेल किया है, हम चाहते हैं कि ये जो इम्तिहान है वापस लिया जाए। अगर आप इम्तिहान वापस नहीं लेते, हमें प्रयास किया जाए। सेक्रेटरी हमारे लिए बने हैं, डायरेक्टर हमारे लिए बने हैं।
Students have also blamed the teachers for failing to provide quality education, citing inadequate training and poor staffing as major issues. This criticism, combined with allegations of biased treatment by the school administration, has fueled their protest as they demand better educational standards and fairness in the examination process.
यहाँ शाइन स्कूल में एक बच्चा है जो पूरी स्कूल में 3 बच्चे पास हो गए। एक बच्चा पास हो गया जिसको अपना नाम लिखना नहीं आता, उसका वालिद डायरेक्टर का पीए, इसे उसको पास कर दिया गया। बिल्कुल ये किस किताब में है कि तुम उसको पास करो?
Now the students are urgently calling for reforms, including improved infrastructure, better teacher training and stricter oversight to reverse the decline in education. But their challenges don't end here. The lack of 4G connectivity and persistent internet issues severely hinder their learning opportunities.
हमारे पास इंटरनेट का बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ा इशू है। हमें स्कूल में कहते हैं कि आप इंटरनेट से गूगल से ये सर्च करें वो सर्च करें, पर हम इस इंटरनेट ना होने की वजह से ये सर्च नहीं कर पाते हैं। सांदी, बरकोल्टी, गजाल्टी और सुल्तानाबाद समेत हम इतने बड़े इलाके में रहते हैं, पर हमारे पास फिर भी इंटरनेट का इशू है।
सबसे ज़्यादा शहीद गाजियान हमारे यासीन हमारे गिलगित बल्तिस्तान हमारे गजर के हैं, और बिलखुसूसन हम संधि के अवाम जो है ना हमें पीसा जा रहा है। शहीदों के बच्चों के पास जो है ना एक ऑनलाइन कॉल के लिए वो एक ऑनलाइन कॉल से भी वो महरूम है। तो इसलिए हम मतलब ओहदेदारान से ये गुजारिश करना चाहते हैं कि बग़ैर किसी मतलब यानी तकालीफ के आप हमें इस सहूलियत से मुयस्सर किया जाए।
Residents are urgently demanding the installation of a 4G tower to enhance communication and access to essential internet services. Well, the lack of government action is stifling education and economic opportunities, pushing residents' frustration to a breaking point that could result in revolt at any moment.
करारदाद नहीं, कोई वफद नहीं, हमारा आखिरी काल ये होगा, हम घरों से निकलेंगे, जहां भी हम धरना देंगे वो काल करने वाला वहां पे आकर हमारा मुतालिब।
The future of the POGB government is at stake as underprivileged students face the threat of being left behind, exacerbating existing inequalities in the province. Their future relies on a swift and decisive response from the government.
Now we take a look at some happenings in Asia in a segment called Asia Watch.
Mosul's Grand Al-Nouri Mosque, known for its 8th century-old leaning minaret destroyed by Islamic State militants in 2017, has been renovated in a boost for Iraq's second city as it rebuilds after long years of war. From the pulpit of this medieval mosque on July 4, 2014, Islamic State leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi declared a self-styled caliphate spanning parts of Syria and Iraq. 3 years later, the ultra-hardline group demolished the mosque in the final weeks of a US-backed Iraqi campaign that ousted the jihadists from Mosul, their de facto capital in Iraq. Protracted and fierce urban warfare largely reduced the historic landmarks of Iraq's second city to rubble. Reconstruction and restoration of the mosque and the minaret were carried out in partnership with the UN Cultural Agency UNESCO, the European Union, and the Iraqi State Board of Antiquities and Heritage. The old city stone buildings where the mosque is located date mostly from the medieval period. They include market stalls, a few mosques and churches, and small houses built and rebuilt on top of each other over the ages. The Party of Pakistan's jailed former Prime Minister Imran Khan held a mass rally in the northwestern city of Swabi to protest against what it calls its stolen mandate in last year's general elections. The first anniversary of the election that Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf Party lost, leaders said they wanted to mark February 8 as a black day and called for protests countrywide. However, the government banned rallies in Punjab, Balochistan and the capital Islamabad, so the rally was limited to Swabi, a city in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province and where the PTI has its headquarters. Khan's party alleges the general election in 2024 was rigged and demands the release of all its leaders including Khan, who has been jailed on a series of corruption charges since August 2023. They also seek the resignation of the current government. There were violent protests last November when police used containers to block Khan's supporters from marching onto Islamabad to attend banned demonstrations. Voters in Pakistan went to the polls in February last year in an election marred by a mobile internet shutdown on election day, arrests and violence in its build-up, and unusually delayed results, leading to accusations that the vote was rigged. Serbian actors joined a student-led protest movement this week with a march in central Belgrade as the wave of demonstrations sweeping the Balkan country show no sign of calming. Protests over 15 deaths caused by a roof collapsing at a station in the city of Novi Sad quickly ballooned and spread across the Balkan country, triggering a political crisis. Serbian Prime Minister Miloš Vučević resigned as Prime Minister on January 28, the highest-ranking official to step down over the disaster. Before him, 2 other ministers had stepped down. Prosecutors have so far charged 13 people over the disaster, but protesters, opposition parties and many Serbians blame the tragedy on corruption within President Aleksandar Vučic's government and mismanagement.
Tokyo is gearing up for a future-driven revolution. Governor Yoriko Koike has announced the third Sustainable High City Tech Tokyo or Sushi Tech Tokyo Conference 2025 this May, a global platform for startups to connect and thrive. Meanwhile, Yamaha Motor, producing 4 million motorcycles worldwide, is redefining manufacturing with its super general purpose production line, using AGV technology to adapt seamlessly to shifting demands. Smart, efficient and built for the future.
The Tokyo Metropolitan Government will organize the third annual Global Startup Conference, Sustainable High City Tech Tokyo or Sushi Tech Tokyo this May. The event is designed to support startups and foster a global network. Tokyo Metropolitan Governor Yoriko Koike made the announcement.
There are 2 points that I wish to emphasize about Sushi Tech, and one is having open discussions on the future vision for cities. The other is creating more new encounters for innovation and startup growth. This year, Sushi Tech will be upgraded further with these points in mind.
In more than 80 countries worldwide as well. And we got listed in New York Stock. We have AI-powered personalization and recommendation. Try on including earrings, dangling, this is actually AR, not the real thing. And of course makeup, it's pretty easy.
でアメリカで、火星探査機の学生の世界大会があるんですけど、2月の末に、大会に向けての審査があるので、日本から世界に飛び立っていきたいなというふうに思って活動しております。
Tokyo ranks third globally in the number of corporate headquarters, providing an ideal environment for driving innovation. During the 100-day countdown pre-event on January 30th, 6 selected companies vied for the opportunity to showcase their innovations at Sushi Tech Tokyo 2025 in May through a competitive pitch contest.
Regarding exhibits by countries, regions, and cities from around the world, we are scheduled to have 14 pavilions, nearly triple that of last year, and for a total of 20 exhibits. We have 500 startup exhibitors and overseas VCs, 5,000 business meetings, and 50,000 visitors. Sushi Tech Tokyo 2025 is sure to evolve into an even larger and more productive event.
Tokyo, renowned as one of the world's most captivating cities, is now taking a bold step forward by evolving into a hub of innovation and smart technology. Yamaha Motor manufactures 4 million motorcycles in its global factories. To create a factory system adaptable to seasonal demands and diverse customer orders, the company has developed the Super General Purpose Production Line featuring an automated guided vehicle AGV bypass system.
オートバイは、季節性のある商品です。例えば、オフロードバイクであれば、夏に、需要がある、スポーツバイクであれば冬に需要があったりします。そのために、生産の中をいかに効率的に生産するか、1年間通してロスを最小化した工場経営を実現する方法っていうのが大きな課題でした。超汎用ラインという生産を実現したく AGV バイパスラインを導入しました。従来のようなスラットコンベアで長い1本の組み立てラインではなく、部品点数の少ない小型のモデルですと、途中まで行ってから AGV が分岐して最終の完成検査に行きます。で、部品点数が多いモデルで言えば、第1ライン、第2ライン、すべての部分を通って最終の完成検査に進んでいきます。
Automated guided vehicles transport each part and body along a pre-programmed route to complete motorcycle assembly. The production line has been streamlined from 4 to 2 lines with smaller bikes assembled on a single line. Larger motorcycles undergo assembly across 1 or 2 lines before moving to the finishing area. Once completed, automated guided vehicles deliver the motorcycles to the final inspection zone where they undergo rigorous checks on all functions and appearance down to the smallest scratch before shipping.
AGV のバイパス方式を導入することで、年間一定の高い稼働率を実現することができ、作業者も工場の設備も無駄がミニマムにできるような生産の方法を実現することができました。
The Super General Purpose Production Line with its automated guided vehicles bypass system has introduced a new era of flexible manufacturing. It ensures stable production while maintaining a consistent workforce and labor requirements, representing a groundbreaking transformation in production systems.
Moving on to Sri Lanka's cultural grandeur, the Navam Perahera, one of the most vibrant and sacred processions in the country. Held annually in Colombo, this mesmerizing spectacle brings together thousands of devotees, performers and magnificently adorned elephants in an awe-inspiring parade, illuminating the city with devotion, music and dazzling lights.
Sri Lanka's capital Colombo came alive with the sounds of drums and colorful lights as crowds gathered to watch majestic elephants and performers dance on the streets. The city hosted the annual Navam Perahera, a two-day Buddhist festival featuring decorated elephants as well as traditional dance and musical performances. The Navam Perahera is not just a visual treat, it serves as a sacred occasion for prayers, blessings and religious offerings, drawing together monks, devotees and worshippers across the country and beyond.
මේකෙන් එකක් අපේ රටේ ට්‍රැඩිෂන් එක අපිට ෆොරිනර්ස්ලාට පෙන්වන්න පුළුවන් අවස්ථාවක්. ඒක මම හිතනවා ටූරිසම් වගේ ශ්‍රේෂ්ඨයකට සෑහෙන වැදගත් කියලා පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන් දෙයක්. ඒ වගේම මම හිතනවා අපේ රටේ මේ වගේ දේවල් තියෙන එක මිනිස්සුන්ට ඇවිල්ලා එළියට ඇවිල්ලා නරඹන්න පුළුවන්.
This is my first experience and it's a privilege to be part of the whole culture of Sri Lanka and to be assaulted by my senses with all the noise and the colours and the smells and the joy. So thank you for this lovely privilege.
Organized by the revered Gangaramaya temple, the Navam Perahera was first introduced in 1979 to commemorate the day Arhant Sariputta and Moggallana became disciples of Lord Buddha. Over the decades, it has evolved into an iconic festival that seamlessly blends Buddhist traditions, Sri Lanka's rich cultural heritage and artistic expression. One of the most captivating aspects of the festival is the grand parade of elephants, a powerful symbol of the nation's deep-rooted relationship with these gentle giants in both religious and cultural context. Their presence, adorned with intricate garments and illuminated ornaments, adds an unmatched sense of majesty to the procession.
So it's first time for me to see this traditional performance. I found it very impressive and it's nice to see how the culture is still living in everyday life. So I found the color is very nice and the performance is very nice and the elephant is very impressive as well. It's very nice to see it. I'm happy.
As the streets of Colombo come alive each year with lights, music and unwavering devotion, the Navam Perahera remains an unmissable spectacle, an unforgettable experience that captures the heart and soul of Sri Lanka's timeless traditions.
As we wrap up today's episode of South Asia Today, we thank you for joining us. We'll return next week at the same time with more insights and updates. This is Shivangi Mishra signing off on behalf of our entire team. Until then, stay safe and goodbye.